Good evening and welcome to the Guyana Tv9 News Bulletin for Tuesday, October 7, 2025. I am Paige Sandy. In the headlines tonight, UN Security Council must act to end violence against women in conflict zones, Guyana's ambassador. U.S. grand jury indicts Mohammed on fraud, gold smuggling, and money laundering charges. Police constable charged with rape of 14-year-old. VPAC calls for opposition to choose consensus leader amid Azruddin Mohammed indictment. And China reaffirms support for Guyana's modernization. Now for the news in depth. Marking the 25th anniversary of Resolution 1325, Guyana's permanent representative to the UN Security Council, Caroline Rodrigues-Briquet, has urged the Council to intensify collective efforts to end violence against women in conflict zones. She stressed that stronger Council action and greater activism are essential to accelerate implementation of the Women, Peace and Security WPS agenda and to deliver meaningful change for women and girls around the world. Colin Abrams has more.
Guyana's permanent representative to the United Nations Security Council, Caroline Rodrigues-Briquet, called on representatives on the council to go beyond outrage and condemnation and use all available tools to stem the horrific violence against women and girls that are currently being perpetrated in several parts of the world, including Palestine, Ukraine, Haiti, and the DRC. She added that the Security Council has a critical role in ensuring implementation of its resolutions and decisions, including the robust WPS agenda it created.
Since the adoption of Resolution 1325, the Council has strengthened the WPS agenda, creating a comprehensive and formidable body of policy and tools to empower and to protect women in conflict situations. However, while there have been meaningful achievements on several fronts, the shortfalls are substantial.
Achievement of the WPS agenda has been stymied by lack of political will, funding deficits, a culture of impunity, and disregard for international law. Women remain vastly underrepresented in peace processes and political leadership. Many who choose public roles are targeted by oppressive campaigns and harassment. Aimed at excluding and silencing them. Women, civil society actors, and journalists have not been spared. Just recently, several international activists were deported from Israel after joining a Gaza aid flotilla, accused Israeli forces of mistreating climate campaigner Greta Thunberg. Between 2023 and 2024, the number of women and children killed in armed conflicts quadrupled compared to the previous 2-year period. Gaza was the epicenter. 7 out of 10 women killed in conflicts worldwide died in Gaza.
Conflict-related sexual violence cases documented by the UN increased by 87% in the past 2 years. In Sudan, the UN reported a 288% increase in demand for life-saving support for rape and sexual violence survivors from 2023 to 2024. The numbers are also alarming in Haiti and the DRC.
The Council and indeed the international community must go beyond outrage and condemn and use all available tools to stem the horrific violence against women and girls that are witnessed, she said. Rodrigues-Briquet is adamant that addressing the wanton violation of international law, including international humanitarian law and persuasive culture of impunity, can be effective in deterring perpetrators. Guyana's ambassador said actions should include sanctions on perpetrators of gross violations of women's rights, including conflict-related sexual violence.
The Council could also make greater use of its referral powers in relation to the ICC, where national investigations and prosecutions fall short. Tangible support for survivors, including medical and psychosocial support, is also necessary. We have seen how the destruction of healthcare facilities in violation of IHL has impacted maternal and sexual and reproductive health care, with devastating results for women and newborns. Such crimes must not go
The
unpunished.
shrinking presence of peacekeeping missions has weakened the UN's ability to monitor violations of women's rights. Ghana supports the call on the Security Council's report for more efforts and resources to be channeled to the collection of gendered data to ensure that programs and responses match needs. The ambassador added that peace is sustainable when root causes are addressed, where approaches are inclusive, and when weapons are laid down and solutions are sought through dialogue and diplomacy. Colin Abrams, Ghana TV9 News.
The Ministry of Public Works has announced the commencement of completion works on the northern side of the four-lane approach road to the newly commissioned Barajagio-Demara River Bridge. More in this Adana Dark report.
Following the official opening of the state-of-the-art bridge on the evening of October 5, 2025, and the subsequent closure of the Demerara Harbor Bridge, contractors have been granted full access to the Mir Zorgin area to begin the final phase of road construction. This phase involves the completion of two additional lanes on the northern section of the approach road, which will significantly improve traffic flow to and from the new bridge. According to Ministry, work officially began today, October 7, with construction crews operating around the clock to ensure the project is completed within 2 weeks. Motorists and residents in the vicinity are being urged to exercise caution, adhere to traffic signage, and follow all advisories issued during the construction period to ensure their safety and that of the workers on site. The ministry expressed appreciation to the public for its patience and cooperation as the final touches are made to what it described as a transformational national project aimed at enhancing connectivity, reducing travel time, and supporting economic growth across the Demerara region.
A U.S. federal grand jury in the Southern District of Florida has handed down a sweeping indictment against prominent Guyanese businessman Nazar Mohammed and his son, Azruddin Mohammed, accusing them of orchestrating a multi-million-dollar gold smuggling and money laundering scheme spanning several countries over a 7-year period. Details in the Colin Abrams report.
The indictment filed on October 2, 2025 details an elaborate network of financial transactions and shipments allegedly designed to defraud both Guyanese and U.S. authorities. According to court documents, the Mohammeds used their company, Mohammed's Enterprise, one of Ghana's largest gold exporters, to move gold between Georgetown, Miami, and Dubai while evading taxes and customs duties. Prosecutors claim the enterprise manipulated export records by reusing official Guyana Gold Board seals and customs declarations on multiple shipments. This deception allegedly allowed the company to avoid paying taxes on more than 10,000 kilograms of gold, depriving the Guyanese state of an estimated US $50 million in revenue between 2017 and 2024. The indictment further alleges that custom officials in Guyana were bribed to ignore irregularities as shipments left the country. The purported network of deceit was supported by freight forwarding companies and shell firms in Miami and Dubai, which prosecutors say were used to create the illusion of legitimate gold exports. In one particular striking claim, U.S. authorities point to Count 11 of the indictment, which alleges that Azruddin Mohammed falsified documents to import a Lamborghini Aventador SV in Guyana. The car, valued at approximately US $680,000, was reportedly declared to the Guyana Revenue Authority at just $75,300 US dollars to avoid more than US $1 million in duties. The case also seeks the forfeiture of assets and gold shipments linked to the alleged crimes, including US $5.3 million consignment seized in Miami at the Miami International Airports. In June 2004, U.S. prosecutors described the scheme as a gold for gain racket that exploited Ghana's export system and corrupted public officials for private enrichment. Meanwhile, in the face of the indictment on Monday, T. Mohammed issued a statement blaming government for the brave international sanctions against his family. Quote, I have noted the allegations peddled against me and my family. While there are legal constraints on how much I can share at this juncture, I am permitted to say this much in the interim. The leader of the PPP has been advancing a sustained narrative against the Mohammeds aimed at discrediting us. End of quote. Meanwhile, Asruddin Mohammed also faces ongoing criminal charges in Guyana under the Customs Act for alleged false declaration of the same Lamborghini. The GRA has also accused the Mohammed family of significantly undervaluing other luxury vehicles, seeking over $1.2 billion in unpaid taxes. Legal proceedings in these matters continue before the Georgetown court. A ruling is expected on October 31 in the GRA's judicial review case before Justice Dino Prasad, even as the U.S. government pursues extradition and forfeiture actions linked to the case. The indictment represents the most serious international legal challenge yet to face. The indictment represents the most serious international legal challenge yet faced by the once celebrated business family whose name has long been synonymous with Ghana's gold trade. Colin Abrams, Ghana TV9 News.
The Guyana Police Forces warned motorists against stopping on the Barajagio Demerara River Bridge, citing safety risk on the 80 kilometers per hour roadway. Drivers are urged to follow traffic rules while residents are encouraged to report violations. Violators face fines of up to $100,000. The police emphasize that adherence to traffic laws is essential to prevent accidents and protect all road users. The Voluntary Political Advisory Council (VPAC) party has urged Guyana's opposition parties to urgently meet and agree on a consensus leader of the opposition following the formal indictment of Win party leader Azzuddin Mohammed in the United States on serious criminal charges. Adana Dorek has this story.
The VPAC in a statement said that while guilt or innocence is a matter for the courts, the charges against Mohammed cast a dark shadow over the credibility of the opposition and raised questions about parliamentary integrity at a time when the nation seeks stability and strong leadership. Mohammed, a recently elected member of the National Assembly, may face extradition to the United States, where authorities are expected to secure his immediate custody. This development makes it uncertain whether he will be able to take his parliamentary seat when the 13th sitting of the National Assembly convenes. VPAC stressed that the opposition cannot afford missteps, noting that WIN holds 16 seats, APNU 12, and the Forward Ghana movement 1. The council emphasized that this is not the time for internal rivalries or political maneuvering. The country needs an opposition that shows it is capable of governing itself before it can seek to govern for the people, VPAC said. The party called on senior leadership from all opposition parties to urgently convene and reach a common understanding on who should serve as the leader of the opposition and who will occupy the post of the deputy speaker. According to VPAC, acting decisively now is essential to maintain public confidence and present a united, responsible front as the National Assembly prepares to sit. The Council concluded by underscoring that the eyes of the nation and international observers are watching closely how the opposition navigates this delicate moment in Guyana's political history. Azadin Mohammed's indictment in the United States stems from allegations of wire fraud, gold smuggling, and money laundering linked to his family's gold export business. U.S. authorities claim that between 2017 and 2024, the enterprise exported more than 10,000 kilograms of gold while evading taxes and custom duties, allegedly diverting millions of dollars for personal gain. The indictment also cites schemes involving falsified invoices and luxury purchases, including a Lamborghini, to avoid proper taxation, marking a serious legal challenge for the newly elected MP. Adana Dora, Ghana TV9 News.
Erwin Gentle, a 19-year-old police constable from Supanam, Essequibo Coast, has been charged with raping a 14-year-old girl. The charge was filed on October 6, 2025 by the Gender-Based Violence Unit of Regional Division 4B. Gentle appeared before Magistrate Tamika Clark at the Friendship Magistrate Court, was not required to plead, and was remanded to prison. The case has been adjourned to October 27, 2025 for protection statements. Chinese Ambassador to Guyana Yang Yang has reiterated her government's commitment to strengthening cooperation with Guyana and supporting the country's ongoing modernization efforts. She gave the assurance on Sunday at the commissioning ceremony of the 262 million US dollars Barajagyo Demerara River Bridge.
Ambassador Yang described the fixed high-span cable-stayed bridge as a testament to the speed, advanced technology, and high standards of Chinese construction. She also congratulated the government of Guyana for their unwavering commitment to advancing national development and improving the well-being of Guyanese people. The new Jagdeo Demerara River Bridge, the ambassador said, stands as the largest and most technically sophisticated transport infrastructure project in Guyana to date and proudly marks the Caribbean's first modern cable-stayed bridge.
China stands ready to work with Guyana to deepen practical cooperation across all fields to support the country's modernization drive and to help improve the well-being of the Guyanese people. Within the framework of the Belt and Road Initiative, our shared goal is to realize the people's aspirations for common development and a better life.
The commissioning of the new bridge, which now seamlessly links Region 4 and 3, marks a new beginning in the China-Ghana relations, the ambassador noted, as she affirmed her country's commitment to supporting Ghana's ongoing modernization efforts.
And it is also the calling for China as a responsible major country. Let us, therefore, celebrate the friendship between China and Guyana and once again extend our warm congratulations on the commissioning of the new Demerara River Bridge.
The newly commissioned bridge's 50-meter high span eliminates the need for bridge openings for vessel traffic, facilitating continuous vehicle flow and ensuring navigational clearance for vessels up to the Hedimax class, a transformation from the limitations of the old Demerara River Bridge. Colin Abrams, Ghana TV9 News.
Commuters across East and West Bank Demerara are applauding the newly opened Barajagyo Demerara River Bridge. Commissioned this week to replace the aging Demerara Harbor Bridge, the modern 262 million US dollar structure is being hailed as a safer, faster, and more scenic route that signals Guyana's continued push towards national development and improved infrastructure.
After years of anticipation, the newly opened Barajagyo Demerara River Bridge is now easing commutes between East and West Demerara. Officially commissioned this week, the 262 million US dollars bridge spans approximately 2.6 kilometers, has 4 vehicle lanes plus paths for cyclists and pedestrians, and is designed for 100 years of use with traffic flowing at up to 80 kilometers per hour. It replaces the aging Demerara Harbor Bridge, a 1.85 kilometers floating structure that had served Guyana for 47 years and carried about 14,000 vehicles daily. As the bridge opened to the public, commuters eagerly shared their first impressions.
I enjoyed the driving this morning. Feel safe in town. Coming back home is just a little traffic, Then wrong about like a lot of people. At least I think this once I didn't open fully. But I enjoy it. I see the view all over. I even see, the view from where we live in too. All over.
This is the most beautiful thing ever happened to Guyana. This bridge is awesome. Awesome. Last night I was here witnessing the opening of this new bridge. And I feel when I was on the ice span, I feel like I was in a different country. This bridge should bring all Guyanese together. This bridge is wonderful. I thank God for this bridge. I driving over this bridge this morning, I went over and I feel so amazing. Literally I was smiling coming over the bridge. My face light up coming over this bridge.
Very, very happy. I'm using this bridge since 1978, the old bridge. First man I drive on the new bridge. I was so proud and like it on a highway. Highway.
Well, it's wonderful. It's when you reach up there, you got a nice view of the land. It's breathtaking. It's very nice. Very lovely. I'm happy for it. The government really came through for us.
From last night, I went on the bridge and I come over this morning. I feel really great. A vision it right you come in and I feel really great. What the government do for us is real nice. We appreciate that, and God bless him all the days is like this real great. All we need to the people them on the do on the roadways take them time. So we watching them and everybody just do the right thing and the right order.
Overall, the new Barajagyo Demoir River Bridge is being seen as a symbol of progress and national pride, with citizens confident that it will continue to foster economic growth and maintain daily commuting smoother for generations to come. Faith Sandy, Guyana TV9 News.
And that has brought us to the end of tonight's newscast. Remember to check out our Facebook and YouTube platforms at Guy TV9 for more trending stories. I am Faith Sandy. Thanks for watching.